Alright, let's do this. It's my 502nd. Yay! Yay, yay! Yeah. Oh, we are progressing. It is the first day of October. I was going to do a costume thing. I was going to do a bunch of things, and I think I just want to make a few cues. I'm gonna do the hoodies for the merch for Halloween, and yeah. And I'm very sorry that I did not do the music video. It was kind of interesting. I don't know why. They did a spooky VTuber get to know me. The questions aren't all that spooky, and they might be a little personal. I don't know. Maybe a little personal. Maybe just a little. But we are going to figure that out. They're not very spooky. And some of the questions, I'm like, how do I draw this a question out? Like, I mean, they had 2 questions on Oshis, and it's really difficult. Because they already go through, like, who's your favorite, who are you watching, who are you, this, and then they're like going, who's your Oshi? It's like going, I recommend them all. I recommend everybody. I recommend you. It's like a little ridiculous on top of it all. yeah, so sure. Yeah, I'm just still making cues. I'm still, trying to develop new and innovative merch. Um, yeah. I'm still doing that stuff. It is kind of like I said, this is a reconstruction year, so you're seeing where you want to be as opposed to how we want to be it. Uh, be right back. almost done. Alright. That was a little more painful than I thought it was going to be. Get the hell out of here. If they let us. Like with everything, you know, which should have been like a simple little, make a few cues, you know, replace some of the ones, but basically keep everybody the same. I turned into a huge ass project, and I'm revamping most, you know, updating most cues. It is astonishing to see, you know, like where I've come from to where I'm going. It is. It's pretty spectacular, actually. I'm pretty amazed all around. With how it's turning out. The problem that I have is that, you know, I only have a limited amount of time for everything. And the cues took me a long time to do. It took me like a year and a half. To get to the 388 that I had. And now I'm pressing through. The techniques have changed. The early ones, I literally just, you know, created a template. Which was just basically the drawn cue, hollowed out. So they all had uniform sizes. And that's how it started. And then funny when I drew the doodle. I kind of wanted to capture my inner spirit. Yeah, kind of like a reflection of how I see myself. Dominated. I mean, like literally from that doodle. I mean, it took me, I wouldn't even say it took me a minute. Maybe 20 seconds. It took me longer to get the scrap paper and the pen in my hand than to draw it. Pencil. I don't know. I think I know I drew it in pen. I drew it in blue pen. Didn't even foresee myself with a stylus drawing art there. Almost all of the cues were drawn via mouse. I say almost all because I ended up having a drawing tablet before my X Pen. Can't even think of the name of the original one. Somebody got me out of nowhere. I was like absolutely completely blown away by it. And it is where people got hair. It is where people got the Q's got hair. And actually started to, in a small way, look like their model. And now I'm cranking out one a day, which I think is funny because I was doing like one a week, one every few days before. And some of the updates I'm not doing too much. Mostly adding hair, changing their facial features and things of that nature, but they are starting to look like, the representation of who they are. I mean, I can even name a few that right off the bat that I completely revamped. mask, and I just so you know, I love the plague mask. I loved his original model, but he completely changed his avatar. Even suggested that I make a new queue of it. And I'm not going to say I was hesitant, but I was just like going, but I love your queue. Bald. He was bald. Actually, bald except for the fact that I put 2 feathers on top, on top of his head. But I love that drawing of him. And that I think I did with the well, I didn't do any with the X-Men, but I definitely did them with the tablet at the time. Yeah, I drew his with the stylus. And yeah, and his model is completely different than when I first started. And that's what started the whole thing. I basically feel like I have a whole new family than the one that I started with. There are wonderful people who've been with me since the beginning. There have been wonderful people who caught on in the middle of it all. And if you look at the original queues, I have a lot of big name. There's a lot of big name VTubers I turned into queues, and I want to say the truth of the matter is that they're not in my community. Not that I wouldn't welcome them. Not that they wouldn't be I wouldn't even I wouldn't say no, but I'm being realistic. My parasocial relationship with them is something that I never wanted to have. And as long as I have a parasocial relationship with them, it's something that I can't ever say. I can't say we're mutuals. I can't say, I should start with, I can't say that they're part of my community, and then on top of that, I can't even say that they are mutuals of mine. I not only, like, if any one of them, any person that I'm not in personal contact with turned to me and said, hey, we should do a collab sometime, I probably would think that they were fake, and I probably would turn it down. I mean, I hate to even be that way, but it's true. Even the ones that inspired me to become a VTuber, or the ones that inspired me to actually stream, beyond my 50th birthday, because that's something that I don't really talk about. I've mentioned it, but comes about the fact that when I started my 50th birthday videos, that it was supposed to be a one and done. I figured that I would have a video a day that would last. It was like 3 weeks, so 20 days to 20 videos. I thought I was going to have 20 videos. Starting at the beginning of February and ending before the end of February. And I thought of all the different wacky things that I could do, because there was no Disney World. And I would celebrate my birthday, and that would be the end of it. That would be the end of it. That would that's where I was going to end. And you can see how I was inspired by people like Project Melody, people like definitely Iron Mouse. Iron Mouse is a huge inspiration. It's the reason why I sang. I did karaoke. Like Nux Tacos are one of the reasons why I did parody videos. And all that happened within that little cluster. And there was what was considered an infinite stream, a never-ending stream. And there was even a part of me that was like going, I could do that. I could do a never-ending stream. I could do a stream that never ends. And that was the first burgeoning of I thought I could live stream while driving. I thought that would be kind of cool to do. I did tabletop games. You'll notice in the early videos, I did not play any video games. Because I wanted to be a content creator. I wanted to actually create content. I was thinking about doing movie reviews and stuff like that, and I know that there's a lot of people who have movie reviews and their first time seeing a movie and stuff like that, and they let chat. Remember how I always talk about chat being an entity, but they allow chat as one entity. It could be made up of thousands of people. Choose what movie they watched. I could never say, oh, this is my first time watching it, unless the movie just came out. Because I have a catalog of movies that I've watched, that span, from freaking Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton, all the way up until 2021. You know, I pretty much have watched all the movies. I'm a avid moviegoer. And even though I don't go to the actual movies anymore, I kind of wish I did. I love going to the movie theater. It's just too expensive. But pretty much all the money that I made, I've made as a streamer, I put right back into streaming. I never pocketed any of the money. You know, I have a really good Fi-Fi mic. I have a cooling system for my laptop that, you know, wonderful people like you have you know, pulled their money together and bought for me. And what a wonderful Christmas present it was. The X Pen, the same thing. Like it still is. I'm still floored by the generosity of other people. If I wasn't in such dire straits financially, I would give back just as much. If not more, financially. It is one of the main reasons that the Slime Project happened, the Q Project happened. I do the Dakimakras. Most of the items in my merch page aren't really based on me. They're based on things that it's everything that I've drawn, but they're not really based on me, and they're based on the people who inspire me. Because everything that I do is an inspiration. I'm gonna have to go, so as always, put cool beans in the comments below. And it doesn't have to be cool beans. We can talk about anything. I might even talk about the get to know me thing that I'm doing. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a fantastic time doing it. All right, and as always, take care. All right, bye.